You need to make your content directly related to them.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Josh O'Cock Show with me, Josh O'Cock. We are here at Sigma AIBC in Dubai. We got here yesterday. It's been a fantastic day one. I gave a talk, which I'm going to share some of the points with you today on this episode. And we had the awards, which I'm outstanding, humbled and proud to announce we won. Let's take a quick look around the conference. And the show is a real success. We've met some incredible brands and businesses here. I'm really also happy to say that a lot of them have heard of Growth Gurus from Little Malta, which I'm quite proud of. Check it out.
Happy to welcome on this stage Josh O'Cock, our CEO at Growth Gurus.
Thank you very much. My company Growth Gurus is based out of Malta. What we do is we define the brand identity, develop the online presence, and then scale the reach to connect brands with the right audiences and to have an impact in doing so.
So, what is a target audience, and how can someone who didn't raise their hands here can define that?
So they say that if you try and appeal to everybody, in fact you'll appeal to nobody. And not many businesses have the budgets of Google and Amazon on their advertising, so you need to get really specific with who it is you're trying to attract towards your brand, and then coming into the next step, how you're going to attract them. Right? We use the 80-20 rule, where we say 80% of our business is generated from 20% of our audience. And the more you can appeal to the exact right people, the more likely you are to succeed in your marketing efforts.
Amazing. But then what could be the misconceptions, for example, about target audience definition? What are the biggest issues a marketeer could have?
One of the biggest mistakes we can make is to think that people actually care about us as a business. You know, people don't actually care about you and your business. They care much more about themselves. So if your content strategy is all about talking about yourself, your products, your specifications, how great your solutions are, you're going to lose the attention of your audience. You need to make your content directly related to them, because that's where people seek to gain the value. So you need to really try and address their hopes and dreams and their pains and fears, and position your brand as someone who cares about them and who can drive real value to them in a way that they will feel it in their lives.
Thank you, Josh. Any kind of marketing book would say that the right target audience can only be reached to the right channels. But what is the right channel? How to find it?
The 2 talks ago, there was Upton on stage, making his point clear around video, how powerful video is as a type of content. Some statistics, he said there's 8 billion views a day on Facebook, and video gets 12 times more shares than written content, which is very powerful. He advised, don't write a blog and make a video instead. I would counter that. I would say still write a blog. Yeah, especially there's so much more. There's other benefits to the shares and that you can gain from SEO, which you guys know a lot about. And embedding that video into your content stretches it out, gives you much more life out of it. And we've seen with our C-level audiences, podcasts are also very popular, so that's audio. And the audience will guide us on what content works for them too. If we look into our analytics and our data, we can get steered by it. So it's encouraging to try out different things, split test it, and get the best results. But I know you agree on the written.
But like, it's so hard to understand. So what it is? Maybe you could give some examples from some big brands, some small brands. Maybe, you know, some of your case studies, which you can now promote across the big audience that people can learn.
Look, there's over 5 million blog articles published every single day. So standing out is tough, to say the least. And the only way to do that is to really speak to someone almost directly. Of course, we can't address our blog articles to you by name, but the hack, my biggest hack in really understanding how to stand out in such a saturated world is to create personas using your real customers. So think of your real best customers, unless you're a brand new startup with no customers yet. Just actually go to your real audiences and ask them, what's important to you? What problems can I help you solve? What keeps you up at night? What are you really aiming to achieve? And we do this through, I believe that the brand actually has a big responsibility in there, in the tone of voice, in the values, in the positioning. So we created 4 different audiences, and we actually interviewed the real audiences from our actual customers and created content based on what they told us would be what's important to them in the formats that they also like to ingest content. So I just made it very real and very human, and it's had really good results for us so far. But one thing that I'm really looking forward to exploring is videos where the user can participate in the video, so they can choose path A or path B. And based on their selection, it will then change the rest of the video. Something we're experimenting with, and I think it will be very powerful because people want to be involved in the journey, in the content. The more it feels like a relationship or a conversation, the stronger it will be regardless of the platform.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Very big round of applause for our panelists. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm a bit tired this week. We had a really eventful couple of days here in Dubai. See you next time.